What's up, everybody? Well, I got another gameplay video for you guys today. This time, we're gonna play the First Descendant on the little FIREBAT mini PC here. And this is also the first game I'm doing with its upgrades. Well, I play a little Cyberpunk on it, but besides that, this is the first game we're gonna try. So now it's got 32 gigs of RAM. I wasn't able to increase its speed yet, but there might be some program or something like that that I can download. Like maybe I could just go get Ryzen Master and just control all that stuff for all I know. Probably not, but it's worth a shot. Or maybe that stuff's hidden somewhere. Maybe if there was this little timings, RAM timings thing that I could have clicked on, but to me timings are like the sub times and stuff, not like the actual speed, but maybe the speed's in there. If I would have just clicked on that, maybe I would have gotten, been able to pick the correct speed. So this RAM's supposed to be 5600. I wasn't expecting it to run that fast, but I was hoping for like maybe 5200 or something like that, but no, it's still the same 4800 that the system shipped with, but it was only ever BIOS was probably only ever written with that speed in mind. I know there's a 32 gig RAM version, so I wasn't too worried about that, not being able to read the 32 gigs, but hey, at least it works. Then the SSD, now we got terabytes, now we got plenty of space for all the different OBS recordings and all that stuff. I was running a little low on space here, kind of ran into the same problem with my Ally since it's only 512 too. Luckily, the new ones, the X is going to be a terabyte as well, so that seems to be just a great medium. It's not the most space in the world. Eventually, if you have a bunch of big games, you're still going to have to, uninstall some stuff, but I can have a lot of games on my systems usually. But anyway, enough blabbing. Why don't we go hop into the game and see how it does?
Alright, we're going to try 1080p just like we did on the Ally, 900p and 720p. Now, just like on the Ally, I can guarantee this is not going to go well. We're getting less FPS. That thing was sitting at like 22 FPS here. This thing's only at like 17, 18. Although, if I wasn't recording, it'd probably be at like 19, 20. So. Oh well. Now we can go and hop ourselves into the game. Alright, well. Unfortunately, OBS on this new PC, I had it set up perfectly before to not ever have to like mess with it or change it at all. But I guess now that I've reinstalled it, now it's going to be a pile of shit and just not record properly. And I don't even think 900p is an option, so I'm not even going to be able to do 900p anymore. That's pretty damn annoying. See, this is the kind of thing that pissed me off about trying to get screen recorded stuff with OBS. It always likes to dick me around. I'll set it up perfectly once, it'll work fine, and then it'll just go, oh, well, you didn't do anything different. You set it up exactly the way you had it before. Well, guess what? Now it's going to be shit. I mean, at least you guys can see the FPS, but you can't see anything else, and you can barely see my character. So it looks like crap. Luckily, I wasn't going to like do too much gameplay like this, but I can almost guarantee all of the stuff is going to be like this because I apparently didn't set it up correctly, even though I literally set it up the exact same way as the original little, like, system with my old drive and my old RAM because I reinstalled Windows and whatnot. Anyway, though, this is freaking terrible. So let's move on. Alright, here's 900p. It's still going to be all messed up because OBS decided to be a dildo and not record properly, even though I set it up exactly the way I had it before, and it was doing this just fine without me ever messing with anything, from 1080p all the way to 720p. But now that I upgraded it and put new windows on here, I guess it's decided I can't do that anymore. So that's damn annoying. But, oh well. End of the game. Alright, well, here we go. I mean, at least we can see a little more of the screen now, but it's still not perfect. But at least you can see the most important part, the FPS. But it just makes it look unprofessional. And the whole point of me using OBS was trying to be a little more professional here, and people wanted to see it. So it's not like I'm sitting here all butthurt or angry or anything. I'm just a little disappointed. Trying to do better here, and it's just fighting me tooth and nail. But at the same time, I don't want to pick stuff up and move it around constantly and bring it to the capture computer, or I would. That's why I was trying to turn my Asus Ally into a little portable capture computer, but that whole thing just didn't turn out. I ran into like HDMI protection problems where it wouldn't display games. I'm actually surprised it let me play this game since it's an online game, but that's probably why we're like, if you've noticed, I'm still doing that like backtracking thing. My cord should be here tomorrow though, so from now on, every online game should be, good, because we won't be on Wi-Fi anymore, unless that's just the way the game is. Maybe the computer just does this, and it had nothing to do with Wi-Fi the whole time, but I've been screwed over by a bunch of games telling me, nope, you can't even play. So I'm hoping that an Ethernet cord will fix that and at least let me be able to play online games. And then I'll just have to always tell people, don't try to play anything on Wi-Fi. It's fine for internet browsing and watching movies, but that latency of it is terrible for whatever reason. And it's up to date and all that good stuff. I mean, I could try upgrading it, but I just have a feeling it's more of the antenna's fault than the actual unit. But maybe one day I'll just try to mess with it. It is upgradable. I just have to take the SSD out for a second. Kind of like on my laptop. There we go. Kick ass. But yeah, still not the most playable FPS. It's close to playable now, but still not quite there yet. I want at least 30 FPS. Bare minimum. Though it did warn me at the beginning this computer didn't meet the minimum requirements, which is kind of funny. I didn't get that message on the Steam Deck or the Ally. Maybe it's because of whatever it is limiting it to 4 gigs of VRAM and it wants like 6 or something like that plus. Anyway though, let's move on to 720p. Alright, well at least 720p has given me the full screen, so that's at least nice. I don't know what the hell was going on with it before because I think I had it set up to just be 1080p, like default, like it was on the last time I did all this. And then it always recorded everything just perfectly. I never had an issue with it doing that shit. But whatever, at least this one seems to be good. But let's wait until we get into the game to make that claim. Alright, here we go, 720p. And unfortunately, it's still not even close to like what the Steam Deck could get. The Steam Deck was getting like 60 to 70 FPS in this game. This thing seems to struggle to hit 60. And it's not like maxed out on RAM. It's at 3.5 and it can use 4, so that's not like why. It must just be the speed and the fact that it's like, you know, obviously the 680M is a little slower than the 780M. And I'm sure the processor here is a little bit slower than the one in the Ally 2. So all that combined means you're going to get a little bit worse experience than the Ally on this thing, even after spending all that money upgrading the SSD and the RAM. Now, we might get an FPS or two if I could figure out how to upgrade the speed. Just the capacity doesn't seem to do anything. But I just want to do that because a lot of people were saying I was VRAM starved. And I get that. 2 gigs did not seem like it was really enough, but at least in Cyberpunk's case, it didn't really seem to make a difference, as you guys will see when that game comes out. But at least now I don't got to worry about like, oh shit, I forgot to close the internet, or oh shit, I forgot OBS is up, so it's going to make it suck. I mean, it's still going to lose performance, but it shouldn't be like, oh, well, you used that 1 gig for OBS and you needed that to run the game perfectly kind of scenarios. Now it's got 32 gigs, so it should be absolutely fine. The keyword is should be. And I will say this, the whole time I've been testing this game, I haven't had it crash on anything yet. So that's at least nice. Mind you, it's not the most graphically intensive game known to man. But yeah, this is at least somewhat playable now. As long as games stay above 30, I'm a happy guy. I would prefer 60, but I know I'm not going to get that on a system like this, so I just curb my, desires for 60 and just go, alright, well, we can realistically deal with 30 to 40 probably. And this is kind of what I was expecting the Ally to get in the end, but the Ally actually surprised me. The Soulless and Mass Soldiers. Aha, shot you in the head. Alright, let's get some camera recorded gameplay now. What was that?
Maybe it's over where they are. Unless there's replenishing supplies. Might as well do it though.
전리품은 세경이지. 여러분은 지휘관 뒤에 감스펌을 내보내라. 계승대를 앞서라.
장전하겠다.
I think that's plenty for camera gameplay, so why don't we go wrap this video on up?
Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for the First Descendant. Kind of slipped my mind that it's an online game, so it still had its little stutters and stuff from the internet sucking. I think my Ethernet cord will be here soon, so I'll be able to test out that Rust game for that guy out, and hopefully this time it'll actually work, because the thing should be more than powerful enough to play. But in any case, why don't we go ahead and wrap this video on up? I mean, it did a pretty good job, so not much else to say. Obviously, it didn't do good on, high on 1080p, but neither did the Ally, so. And the Steam Deck was able to barely play it with having on low at 720. So, best way to play it at 720. Definitely playable. Not the best FPS for anything that has shooting in it, for my taste, but I could still play it. It's not really the same kind of fast-paced shooter like Warzone or anything. But, alright, I think that's about all there is to say about this game. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.